What up, baby?
Welcome. Dude, I'm so excited to have Pat on, guys. So Pat and I originally crossed paths back at Sam Hubbard. So I had him on the podcast, one of my good buddies, played football at Ohio State together. And I first met Pat literally at Sam's youth camp. You were running drills, running the warm-up.
What year was that? 2018, 2019.
It was like 2019.
Yeah.
2019,
Yep.
2020. So known each other like 5-6 years.
Yep.
And, we've kind of developed a relationship over those years, fellow, gym owner.
No doubt.
And, Pat, his story, you guys are going to see and we just got done literally working out, cold plunging, sauna, our brains were just cooking. We were talking before this, and I'm so excited for this episode because Pat and I shared just so many similarities, our attention to detail with coaching, our passion for coaching and helping people and serving people, growth and development and evolution. You embrace so many of those things, man. And throughout this conversation, I really think that the audience is going to be able to extrapolate just so much knowledge from you, man, and especially motivation and just to take a peek into your mindset. And that's really what I really want this podcast to be about mainly. We're going to tell your story. We're going to dive into lessons and hardships that you've been through. But at the end of the day, man, people are opening up into a whole new perspective of your mindset, how you've been able to achieve these things. And I know that we're going to be able to extrapolate so much information from that. So dude, I'm
grateful to be here. I thank you for the kind words, and it goes back to you as well. So followed everything you've done. I've really appreciated after our initial conversation about you opening your own gym, right? You pivoted. And I think all great entrepreneurs and great men and great women in business pivot. And that's the only guaranteed in business is you will have to pivot.
Absolutely.
Right.
Bro.
It's the rule of 5. 5 things will go wrong and they're all going to go wrong. Right.
Yes.
So how are you going to deal with them? So shout out to you and what you built. You've done a good job.
Appreciate it, Pat.
Really good job.
No, thank you, man. I really do appreciate that. And man, I think that a lot of the mindset that we were just talking about, and even the conversations you and Jackson and I were having over there with just vision and being able to outlast, when other people want to take the shortcut and being able to set the tone on that vision and be like, hey, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there. We're going to pivot. We're going to learn. We're going to fail, but we're not going to stop. We're going to keep this process going. We're chasing that vision. We're going to do anything in our power that is required to get to that end goal. And I feel like a lot of that stems from that athlete in us.
Absolutely.
and what we experienced in college, in youth sports. So take me back, dude. I want to hear, in depth kind of your story, your trajectory as an athlete, and, what sports you played, what you played in college and your experience there, and just really dive into that story of your life. I really want to, isolate that.
Yeah. Athletics, obviously I played the big 3, baseball, football, basketball, right? I did track as well. I started throwing shot put and discus in 4th grade. Was pretty good at it. So that kind of opened my eyes to rotation. And I was the smallest guy in discus, but I broke every record and ended up winning city championships through grade school and ended up throwing in high school. But that opened my eyes to, I was the smallest thrower, but I could get across the ring so much faster than people and my arms were shorter. And I kind of fell in love with understanding speed and power. And that even in 4th and 5th grade, I was like, oh, if I can move around the ring faster, I'm going to throw it further than them. So I started that in 4th grade, played football through, started lifting really hard in summer from 6th grade going into 7th grade. My dad did not let me do anything, but if I couldn't do 10 dips, I couldn't bench press. If I couldn't do 10 chin-ups, I couldn't do lat pull downs. If I couldn't do 50 push-ups, I couldn't do single arm bench press. So by the time I was in 8th grade, I could do 225 for 6. And I was 6'2", 205 pounds in 8th grade. So I have not grown since 8th grade. I had the beard, I had the deep voice, right?
Big
I
dude.
haven't grown, but I've always been dense. So my big thing is understanding how fast, from 7th to 8th grade is really the big transition of I grew 6 inches and I could put weight on the bar. So when I played football against regular kids, I mean, it got bad, vicious. And it kind of opened my eyes. So I was one of the first kids that I can remember, and it ended up not working out for me, but I got an offer summer going into freshman year. So I had my first D1 full ride I went to Toledo. I threw a football 75 yards. I ran 4.7, and I bench pressed 225 for 10 going into my freshman year, so they offered me. That created a really big trickle effect for me in a negative sense, actually. So what happened was my dad made me write out my 10 goals that I wanted to do in college or in high school. I wanted to start as a sophomore. I went to LaSalle High School. I wanted to be top 10 in the country. I wanted to be a 4 or 5 star. So what happened was I put those goals in my locker. Some of the kids in my class didn't like the attention I was getting, right? Kids would be kids.
Yeah.
Looking back on it, they were kids. I was a kid. They didn't know. I was very confident and driven. And that can send mixed messages to kids who aren't confident and driven.
Mm-hmm.
And I got bullied really badly for it, like really badly. I mean, people throwing spitters at me on buses, like walking into St. X Arena and chanting overrated. Like as a 14-year-old, I was so confused. And then like none of the people at that school had my back at that time.
Mm-hmm.
We reverse engineer it now with the strength coaches. We've kissed and made up. But like at that time, I didn't feel supported by anyone in my life besides my family, not even my teammates, right? A couple coaches here and there, but I ended up going to Baden and I ended up being a 4-star. I was the number 10 quarterback in the country coming out. The only quarterback ranked above me in the state of Ohio was Braxton Miller. Shout out to my guy, Braxton. But like Cardell Jones got the offer from Ohio State before I did, broke my heart.
Yeah, you guys would have been like around that same.
We're the same age. So me, Cardell, Braxton, Johnny Manziel, Dak Prescott, all of us went to camps together. So that's my class. Ended up being the number 10 quarterback in the country. Broke my collarbone going into my senior year, my first carry of my senior year of my first game. I had already committed to UC by then. I wanted to go to Tennessee, ended up committing to Tennessee as well. Ended up getting a bigger offer from UC basically to court me to play as a true freshman. I bought into that. I'm a Cincinnati kid, well, from outside the city, but wanted to play at UC, wanted to be a hometown hero, wanted to start as a freshman, and I had no clue what came with that, right?
Yes.
Every physical intangible I could possibly have. I could run, I could throw, I could jump, I could squat. Honestly, between me and you, I should have played linebacker.
Yeah.
That's where I
I
think
could see that.
where I messed up. I should have just been an athlete and played the ball.
Uh-huh.
Not diminishing real linebackers and DBs and defensive ends and tight ends. I think I could have played those positions at a high level, but I didn't prove it. So I'm not taking away from any of the guys who really produce at that level. Not saying I could just jump in and play the position.
Yeah.
Sam, I'm talking to you. But the big thing for me is realizing I ended up going to Indiana State. I got moved to fullback, tight end, running back. I got moved around a lot. I was a backup punter, just as an athlete. And when Tuberville came and moved my position, I wanted to play quarterback. Every coach on the staff had offered me at their respective universities: Texas Tech, Eddie Grant at University of Kentucky, Darren Henshaw at Tennessee. So I had these offers. And I remember sitting down with Tuberville at the desk, and I was like, "Hey, man, listen." Like, he didn't even know my name. He was like, "Well, what's your name, bud?" I'm like, "Well, my name's Patrick Coyne. I'm a quarterback. You moved me to fullback. I would like the chance to play quarterback." And he looked at me eye to eye. First time I've ever been like truly humbled, right? It's like, "Son, if you're gonna play quarterback, it ain't gonna be here." And it like hit me in the chest. I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna transfer." Went to Indiana State, second spring practice there. I tore my ACL.
Damn.
Came back from that in 6.5 months. Really bad compensation patterns. I herniated 2 discs in the left side of my lower back because of my right knee. So my right knee was done. My left side of my lower back was done. I still tried to play. I got another concussion, game 6 of that year versus Liberty University. And I had I was in a really bad place, dude. I was in Terre Haute, Indiana.
Drove by there a million
I
times.
don't want to say
St.
anything
Louis.
bad about Terre Haute, but it wasn't good for me.
Yeah.
I was alone for the first time in my life. I was away from home. That's a big thing college kids deal with. I felt that. And the game, for me, turned into a job. The only thing I looked forward to was a guy named Dave McManus, who was my strength coach. I looked into working out. I really liked working out.
I always love that process too, bro.
It helped me kind of, because I was always really strong. I always loved it. I always felt at home there. 45 pounds is 45 pounds in Indiana, in Washington, in Denver, in Florida, in Ohio, right? 45 pounds is 45 pounds. The bar doesn't lie. And I always loved that because there was no politics involved. There was no, "What have you done for me lately?" It was, "Get away from me. Let me do my thing. Give me the rep scheme. I'm going to kill it. And I'm going to kind of zone out in here." And I woke up one day. I couldn't walk from my bed to the fridge. I got really bad shakes.
Yeah.
And my back started to hurt really bad. And I couldn't move. I couldn't walk. I was taking Toradol before every game. I was taking, 500 milligrams of ibuprofen for every practice. I wasn't starting at the time. I was playing. I was running the football a lot, so my body was beat up. I was the only quarterback starting on every special team, as well as running the football, as well as playing quarterback at UC. I played special teams, so like I was doing anything I could to play, and I realized my NFL dreams were like done. And could I have kept playing? Yes. For me, it was a moment of like, and it breaks my heart that I still did this to this day, but I woke up one day and I was like, this isn't it. I have 1 year eligibility left, so I have a year and a half of football left on the table. It still breaks my heart that I stopped playing and I have to die with that. But it's a decision that I made and it got me to a really good spot. And it made me realize that the thing that I loved most about football was the consistency.
That's it.
And
the process.
I didn't give the game what it gave to me. and skipping out on the details, the coverages, the fronts, all the little details that I should have paid attention to, I didn't, and it bit me in the ass.
Same here.
Physically gifted, I can still do everything I could do in college right now. Right now, I can still throw football. I can still do all those things, but I didn't treat the game right, and it beat my ass. So I promised myself then, very dark time, suicidal time, experimenting with a lot of substances I shouldn't have been. I promised myself from that point out, anything I do from now on, I'm going to do it right. I've never said to that point that I gave 100% at something. I'd give 50, I'd give 70. It might look like someone else's 100, but it wasn't my 100. And I promised myself that I would never do that again. And that's when I started training kids for free.
Bro, I love that. And like, I just resonate so much with that because, to be honest, like I didn't even know that about you until we were having this conversation. And like, I went through a very similar mental transition through sport. And I don't know if you can relate to this, but I jokingly tell my clients that I'm like, I almost like appreciate the game of football more now than even when I was in it.
That's why I coach it the way I do now. It's
exactly. And it's like, dude, what you said there, and I think that's why we share that obsession with the details probably, because I feel very similarly where even with my like walk on to scholarship experience, like, yes, I gave that everything I had, but there were certain other aspects of my football journey where I was leaving a little bit in there, dude. You know what I mean? And I, making excuses there, making excuses here, and not going all in like you've done with Black Sheep, like I've done with Everyday Athlete. And I think I know everything happens for a reason, because that right there happened because of that.
100%.
And was birthed from your most adverse time of your life, created the most beautiful thing that you were able to create.
Yeah, I always say bedrock, the bottom isn't granite, it's a trampoline, right? So like bedrock, the bottom of your life is a trampoline if you let it be, or it'll just keep going down. So the bottom, let it bring you up, and it'll change your entire perspective on life. But yeah, sports beat my ass. I'm not going to lie.
I think a lot of guys can relate to this.
I didn't watch football for 2 years, right? I couldn't do it until I could take on my chin, like, all right, I'm the reason. I'm the reason. It's no one else's fault. Yeah, did I have the best coaching? No. Did I look at recruiting the right way? No. Did I talk to the third string quarterback instead of listening to the coach? Did I realize he was telling four other quarterbacks the same thing? No. But now there's no emotion behind it. So when I tell these kids and these recruits, this is what's going to happen. When I have Taylon Kinney, Mr. 6'7", hey, buddy, I know exactly what you're going through, not to the level of your fame, but this is how it's going to happen. The last time anyone kisses your ass in life is when you get recruited. When you show up at Kansas day one, it's curtains. So getting used to, being a grunt.
Yes.
Sweeping the damn floors. You know what I mean? Doing the dirty work. Coming in, and if coaches say watch film, watch film. Coaches say do your walkthroughs, do your damn walkthroughs. You know what I mean?
Yes.
All the little details matter.
Dude, yes. And what do you think, was there anything in that moment, like probably a lot of it was, getting out there, training people, even if it was for free at first, but like, what do you think helped you in that moment? Like isolating that moment where like you're at rock bottom, like, was there any pivotal moment or decision that happened where you were like, I'm going to change this course of direction from like this point forward?
Yeah. I'll make it so simple. Hopefully some people can resonate. It was either suicide, honestly, because of the substance I was taking and doing bad things, or it was to get my life together, make my parents proud. And for the first time ever, not doing things to prove people wrong, but to do it to prove the people that believed in me right. And it was like, all right, man, at 21, are you really going to throw in the towel because of this game? Or are you going to literally, my mom always told me, God has big plans for you. I didn't realize if it wasn't football, I saw no other avenue. I saw no other path. I didn't see a way. I'm a grunt. I dropped out of school when I dropped out of football. So like I was done. So the only thing I had was what do I love? How can I be myself and monetize that? How can I be so good at being myself that I get paid just for being genuine? All right, what am I good at? What do I love? What would I do in my free time if I didn't have anyone to tell me what to do? What would it be? All right, it'd be fitness. Okay, let's get really good at fitness. Let's get really good at it.
This is exactly the exact, like almost exact trajectory that happened in my own brain.
And so how I got to that was, long story short, and I'll talk about it later, but I moved to Denver and I ended up getting a job through calling Lando Performance 30 times, right? And it was through a connection of Derek Wolf. He'll be in the Hall of Fame Ring of Honor at Denver, won a Super Bowl with Denver. He was my big brother at UC. Took me under his wing, and he always said, if you need something, call me. So kept calling him, moved to Denver. I was like, hey, man, I'm here. I need an interview with Lando Performance because the guy that I work with in Denver, who we get along now, we had a very big disagreement. So I was out there working at a glass cutting factory, training people any way I could. I got kicked out of the gym I was at because me and the owner disagreed strongly. We kissed and made up, sure, but still a mentor of mine. But you learn how to do business, what you like and what you don't like. I didn't like the way he did business, so I did it my way. And when I went to Lando, I thought I could just show up and be me. And I remember him basically giving me a job because Derek, not because I was a good trainer. It had nothing to do with my resume. It had nothing to do with my ability. It had nothing to do with my coaching style. It was, this is a favor to Derek. And pardon my French, but I shit in Derek's hand. So Lauren would walk up to me. I wouldn't wear the employee's shirt. I wouldn't buy into the process. I didn't do his training, continuing education. I was doing it again. It was the same damn loop of football. And he walked up to me on the floor one day, and Lauren is one of the best in the country, right? Like the best. He's Notre Dame strength coach now. Christian McCaffrey, Brian Dawkins, Tim Tebow, Tim Dillashaw, or TJ Dillashaw. All these people are Lauren's guys. And I remember him walk up to me one day. He's like, "What are you working on?" Look at him like, "What? What are you working on? You doing linear acceleration? You doing top and speed? You doing change of direction? You doing multi-training? Are you doing vector training? Are you doing, power in the weight room? Are you doing strength? Are you doing velocity?" And I was like, what is that? What is he talking about? And it pissed me off so bad that I left. I moved to Miami Beach to be a male model because I was like, he's wrong. I'm right. I'm not paying attention to the details.
You see a theme here.
Got to Miami, did the same thing, got down there, realized like, damn, he was right. I'm not paying attention to details again. It's happening again. Now I'm 23 years old. I'm like, oh shit, here it is again. Pattern, same consistency. The people in front of me and the people that are the authoritative figure in front of me, I'm not listening to. I'm ignoring, even though he's successful, even though he's one of the best in the world at what he does, and he's right there. I can touch, talk, all these things. He took me to a Tool concert. He was trying. And eventually it's like, dude, screw this kid.
Our ego will hold on to that shit.
You know what I mean? And we've kissed and made up. We've met and talked, and he's proud of me now, and I'm very proud of that he's proud of me. But even asking me questions on how I did certain things is a very cool thing for me, for having to reach out to me. But
yeah,
it was a pattern. And eventually when I was in Miami, I woke up, living oceanfront with my now wife, who was my girlfriend at the time. And I looked at her, I was like, hey, I want to move home and start a gym. I'm going to do it right. And she supported me. But from that day in Miami, going back to football, going back to Lando Performance, going back to not listening to my parents, I'm going to shed all that. And I'm going to be a grown-up about this. I'm going to realize I am the problem. I'm going to start from scratch. I'm going to read the intro to training. I'm going to read triphasic training. I'm going to start to listen to Justify podcast, which I was honored to be on. I'm going to start listening to a Darian Barr. I'm going to start studying under Tommy John. I'm going to start, listening to Cal Dietz and Lauren and all these people. And then I thrust myself into it. I was learning 8 hours a day because I had no clients. So when I had one client, I just studied for 8 hours. So whenever they came to the door, it was like, oh my God, I know what he's talking about. We got linear acceleration. And it started to click. And it just compounded interest to where all the trainers I had in the past, all the details, all the bodybuilding, I remembered it. And I understood it. And I was like, damn, I was around the best people in the world doing this. My trainer that is the head of my one-on-one now is my trainer who I live with in Denver. He's the best bodybuilding trainer I know, period. The end. I lived with him. He's a mentor of mine, but he's an employee of mine now. I'm taking everything I learned and now I'm going to implement it to legitimacy. And I'm going to change the way I view life. And every session matters. Every client matters. And I think that's what really blew me up.
Well, dude, and that's what you dropped the ego. You found that pattern. You identified the pattern. That's why I think, dude, I talk about this all the time. I'm like, self-awareness is a superpower, bro.
Me and Hubbard talked about it the other day. We had a deep conversation when his Tesla was driving itself about patterns. And that's what I've been really, really, really ingrained in on. Subconsciously when I was younger, but now older with kids, a wife, you see the pattern. When did you get upset? Why did you get upset? What happened during your day?
Your post you made.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be aware of it. And you can almost put your thumb on it. You're like, oh, hold on, not getting me today. Okay, here's my prayer. Here's my routine. Here's what I do. Now I'm back.
Dude, and I think it's so powerful to be able to say that because I think there's just this mindset almost and like theme with men that's like a weakness or like a bad thing or like I can't identify. I don't know. It's just weird. Men.
Like, but I'm reading Alexander
Hamilton. It's necessary,
yeah,
bro. Like you have to.
Alexander Hamilton's biography right now, right? Me and Sammy are history nerds. So I'm reading Alexander Hamilton's biography and everything he did was charted by his daily routine and rituals. Marcus Aurelius, daily routine and rituals. You have to fall back on something.
Mm-hmm.
And when you don't have those things, you're not aware of it. You're not a man, you're a boy. You know what I mean?
And you're just going through the motions.
Yeah, you're going through the motions. You're going to be in the same way, but then your family is going to repeat your patterns.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to break patterns my dad had.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to break patterns my grandpa had. I'm trying to break patterns my mentors had.
And that's such a responsibility, bro. It's like I feel like almost like fatherhood, parenthood, like it's such a massive responsibility,
The
man.
biggest responsibility.
The biggest. And it's like you are creating a like historical trajectory from there on. And like that's why I take it seriously. I'm like, I'm going to do it when I want to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes that decision is like very fluid or carefree, but it's like, dude, that is a humongous responsibility.
It is.
To your
And,
point.
Like charting it out though, like I journal to my boys. I
Yeah.
let them know what I'm going through. They're not going to read it now. But if
Mhm.
something ever happens to me, by God, I want you to know how I feel, how I felt during it, how I navigated it. Like the 10 coin rules. This is what I think about God. This is the journey I'm on about God. This is what I think about business. This is what the journey I'm on about business. This is what I think about marriage. This is the journey me and your mom are on. So they can look back and read it.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? And that's really important to me because our parents, the older generation, right? My dad's like, I'm like, hey, this and that. He's like, okay,
Right.
sounds good. You'll be all right. And it's like, oh, I'm trying to have an in-depth conversation. I'm trying to talk about
let's
this.
break
And he's
into
like,
this.
You'll be all right. Okay, sounds good. And it's
Right.
like, okay, I love my dad. He did the best he could. He's my best friend. He's my best man. But I want to take it a step deeper,
Mhm.
you know, and I want to ingrain that into my kids to be a self-aware human being and not to blame others for the circumstances you're in now.
Mhm.
And that comes from self-evaluation and self-audit.
Yes.
It doesn't happen from listening to external voices. It happens from very deep, intrinsic self-evaluation at the end of every day, at the beginning of every day. And if you can't do that, I don't think you should be allowed to drive a business, to drive revenue, to, you know what I mean?
That's what I was going to ask you is like, what would you almost like if there's somebody out there who maybe like they're listening, they feel that a little bit that like, hey, I've been complacent or I've been going through the motions. I haven't been self-reflecting on and identifying the patterns where all it takes, man, is a little simple course correction to completely change the trajectory of where you're going. Like one small little change. So like, and again, I'm trying to figure this out, bro. I know like a lot of people can extrapolate motivation from how we're talking, but it's like, what would you almost like tell somebody?
Well, look at the chart. It's like, is your life going right? Is it going well? Okay, keep doing this. Are you at where you want to be? No.
And be honest with yourself.
Be honest. Do this. If you're not doing this, these are the 5 things you should do. So it's not that hard in my eyes. If you know you have a goal, this is where I want to be in 5 years. Okay, I'm going to reverse engineer my life to get there in 5 years, whether it's monetary, spirituality, whatever that is.
Mhm.
If I'm not hitting those goals and I'm being real with myself, now how do I get to that goal? Okay, if I don't self-audit, if I don't self-evaluate, if I don't talk about these things, if I don't have a plan to get back to where I am, I'm going to repeat it. It's called samsara. So samsara is something I gave a TED talk on. So it's a Sanskrit word for repetitive suffering. So it's the visual is a snake eating its own tail, right? If you don't break the pattern, the snake is going to continue to eat its own tail and eventually coil itself up and it can't get unstuck. So if I'm looking at it, every time I repeat a pattern, I'm encroaching more on myself and end up suffocating myself. If I can break that, I'm releasing the mouth on the tail and opening the snake back up to where it can lengthen out. So if it's repetitive suffering, you're doing it to yourself. You're not doing it to the other people around you, but you're taking it out on other people. So if I know, damn, I did it again. Every man has that feeling. I got in an argument with my wife the same day, the same problem happened, the same argument, but I did the same things before that.
Mm-hmm.
If I can be aware of those things, or I can be aware of bad spending or bad eating or partying too much, what led to that? Why did I do that? Then I can reverse engineer it, being real with myself. And I tell people all the time, if you journal, I burn my journals. I don't keep them. I light them on fire. I throw them in the fireplace. Boom, get out. I let it go.
Mm-hmm.
That's not mine to take anymore. I'm moving forward with it, but it needs to get out. Praying to God is different than self-auditing. God expects you to self-audit. Or what's the point of giving you choice of free will? Free will is the choice. It's your choice. God gave you the ability to have the choice. What are you going to do with your free will? That means a lot to me.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one person in the casket. That's me. I have to live and die with my choices every day. It's not my responsibility to worry about everyone else. I have to live and die by my own choices and responsibilities, and it should, by then, have a catalyst effect to everyone around me by the choices I make as a man, as a provider, as a doer, as a mover, as a shaker.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh my God. Yeah. Mic drop.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dude, no, for real. Like, I just think that is so powerful because I live by that too, dude. Like, my whole coaching program, like, dude, this is what's funny is like my whole entire like online coaching program with Everyday Athlete, like our whole thing is like, we are going to keep progressing.
Mm-hmm.
The only way that we keep progressing, bro, is to pause, reflect.
Yep.
What's going well? What's not going well? What is actually going on in our training? What is actually going on in our nutrition? What does our stress management, nervous system regulation, like we were talking about, what does that actually look like? Because, bro, what ends up happening, I'm sure you see this working in training, it's like we check a box.
Yep.
It's like half-ass, half-ass, half-ass. Okay, I'm doing everything perfect, but it's like, bro, it's the depth and the quality, the attention to detail of those things that are ultimately going to drive results at the end of the day.
100%.
And the only way to identify where we're falling short is to self-reflect.
Mm-hmm.
So, bro, it's almost kind of funny. Like, I've got like some dogs in my group and it's like, they love that shit.
Yeah.
But then there's a lot of people where it's like, you put that mirror up and it's like, I don't want that, dude. So it's like, but I cannot stress enough how important that is because it's not just training, nutrition, and lifestyle. It's business, it's relationships. Like, I love that post that you made that day because I related to it so much, bro, where it's like, I got to turn off the savage businessman, insanely driven, hard-nosed personality type to then be the loving and nurturing
No.
husband.
I strongly disagree.
Or you tell me what you think.
To take the savageness and reinvest it
into
self-reflection.
Yeah.
I'm a gritty dude,
Yes.
right? Like, I cuss, I'm loud,
Same.
I'm aggressive, I have fun, I'm passionate. It
Yeah.
oozes out of me because I do what I love.
Mm-hmm.
I bring the same energy into self-reflection.
Yes.
Be real with it, but be hard on yourself.
Yes.
Like, if you're hard on other people, be hard on yourself. But what I want to talk about with accountability is the human brain needs one intrinsic value to produce dopamine and norepinephrine, and that would be a goal.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a goal or something you're excited about, the brain won't wake up to open new pathways. So you're in a repetitive loophole. Samsara. I'll give you an example. Name me one time when you were a kid where you were excited for school. Let's see if this works. Name me one time when you were so excited to go to school. What days were those? So think grade school. So excited because something new was happening. What day was it?
Maybe watching a movie. I don't know.
Or keep going.
Somebody coming to speak or something.
Keep going. What about a field trip?
Field trip. Yeah.
Right? Field day.
Get out of the school.
So that day when you woke up,
Mm-hmm.
what happened when you woke up? Usually
That
it's the
dopamine.
same pattern of I woke up, shit, I got school, 8 hours, I got practice, I got this. You wake up and you're like, oh, hold on. I have a field trip today. Instead of waking up slow, dopamine kicks, cortisol drops. I'm excited
Ready.
again. All of a sudden, it's the same thing in life. What are you generally excited about? Not just a goal, but generally increases your excitement. It's like people make jokes all the time. Like, I'm an avid golfer.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up for a 6 a.m. tee time. Music's going, coffee tastes better. You're fucking vibing. You're looking at the sun on the way in. You're playing Fleetwood Mac. You're vibing. You're good. You're ready.
Uh-huh.
But that same thing, you wake up at 5 a.m. for work, not a tea time, there's a cortisol spike.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about intentionality and how you view your life. So when I wake up, the first thing I say every day, every single day, first, thank you, God. If I have the ability to do it today, I know you give me the energy. If I don't, I release it to you. Also, something new and exciting is going to happen to me today. And this is the day that everything in my life changes and miracles happen to me every single day. Again and again and again and again and again and again until I get out of my truck at work. I am abundance. I am enough. I have enough energy to complete these tasks. Something new and exciting will happen today. This is the day everything changes for me. And if I believe that, it's infectious. My people believe it. My wife believes it. My kid believes it. My clients believe it. Even
You're
if
setting the tone.
Even if I don't believe it, by the time I say it 25 times, I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do. And that's how I truly try to live my life. And if you can't get excited about your mundane, monotonous existence, how can you expect anyone to be motivated by you?
Mm-hmm.
As an owner, as a father, as a husband, you're the leader, you're the dog, you're the alpha, so be it.
Let's sit with that, dude, because I feel like from a leadership standpoint, I've had to learn and mature through that, where it's like,
But I told you I stopped doing it for a while. I missed
Yes.
the holes in the wall.
Yes.
I missed the gym flooring. I missed the fucked up dumbbells.
let's talk about that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I walked in one day, I'm like, oh shit,
Mhm.
I missed it all for a year.
Yeah. What do you think? Was it just so much shit going on, just like you just were spread so thin you couldn't like quality was just spreading thin across the board? Like, what do you think? What was it?
Things were going well for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happens, you're used to putting out fires every day. When fires start to stop coming up and people can put them out for you, you turn a blind eye. When people are paying a price and they're happy with it, you turn a blind eye. When that compounds and you stop reinvesting all your time, energy, and effort, you get comfortable, right?
I've been there.
Then I started another business called Contrast. Oh, I'm going to sell this business for $60 million and then I'm going to reinvest it and buy a gym. Okay, well, that takes a lot longer than 3 years. Okay, we didn't franchise right away. Okay, it's not making as much money. We make no money from Contrast, me and Sam, because the owner, Chris, I brought the idea to Chris. Chris funded it, brought the legitimacy to it. Sam brought more legitimacy and knowledge to the protocols, right? And his personal brand. I was so focused on that and selling it to go to my gym, to build one, I didn't even communicate to the people in my gym. They thought the money that I was making from the gym was going to Contrast. They were confused. They subconsciously held something against me. That's not their fault. That's my fault for not communicating effectively as a leader. So what happened was I was so focused on Contrast, not focused on Black Sheep, then my kid got sick. He got a seizure.
Mm-hmm.
My kid flatlined. Yeah, the kid was in a coma for 5 days. He got brought back, right? And came out of the coma, was good, had a couple more seizures, and now he got his tonsils out. He's on his way. But when that happened, everything in my life, and I lost a really close friend, all within like a 6-month period, this all happened, right?
Damn.
So when that happened, it took me from a place of maintaining to, if my kid died and my homie died, this is the dude that they'll remember right now. And for me, I was in such a chaotic place of creating and monetizing and hitting the goal, checking the box versus like, man, fuck all that. What's the impact I'm driving today? How many people believe in what I'm doing today? How many lives am I changing? Did these people feel me in the session? Was I just looking at the program or was I looking at the client? And it opened my eyes. I'm like, oh shit, new floor, new walls, new dumbbells, next door gym. And it started coming back. And I walked in the gym last week and I asked all my people to their face, why are you doing more in the gym again? Why is the energy? And they looked at me and they pointed back at me. It almost makes me emotional that I was so far gone from my own business that's my baby, that even the people that I entrusted to do it were being starved from me. And like going back into the gym with all this juice and energy, the culture flipped again. It's the Black Sheep that I remember. The clients feel it. They talk about it. And you can't put your finger on that. That's not money. I mean, yeah, I reinvested 25 grand in the gym in the last 2 months. It was me. I pulled myself from the business. And in a small business, when you're the mover and driver and you're the ignition, if you rob people of that, the whole concept of the business is gone.
Absolutely.
And I felt it, and the numbers felt it, and the trainers felt it, and the building felt it. So, yeah.
Pattern, though. Look at what happened.
A big
identify the pattern.
Yeah, and it
changed the loop.
It broke my heart to realize I did it again. And as a man, it really ripped me apart. Like it fucked me up.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to my mom about it, talking to my wife about it, talking to my dad about it, talking to my mentors, talking to my employees, and they forgive me, right? And that feeling for me gives me so much fuel for this next space, and everything I'm doing in life is like, okay, I've done it wrong so many times. Let's really do it this time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's really get back and do it.
Dude, and I just relate to that so much because I think like when you operate and this is a very underrated conversation and I'm so glad we're having it, but like when you are operating, and I have this conversation with a lot of my dudes in my group who are like us, the high performers, they're either entrepreneurs or they're working really legit jobs. They're driven dudes. And it's like when you are operating at this level, dude, the pressure is insane and it is the price. But at the same time, it's like, we still have to make time for family. Yeah. Like the situation with your son, like it will kind of humble you and bring you back to that. So it's almost like, I think of it, that's like almost God's little interjection. Like,
it is God.
Hey, man.
It's when I came back to God.
Okay,
check. When my son was in the hospital.
Mm-hmm. It's like, hey man, wake up call. Like you got to slow down, man. And like we've had those too. And it's like, it's always that sign to press pause where you can look at things and see, where am I spreading and diluting quality? What needs to tidy up? What needs to change? And like, dude, I think that it's just it's an underrated challenge that a lot of us go through, but I don't think we talk about it enough. You know what I mean? That balance of being a driven high performer, achieving, but also being able to be a human and being able to kind of keep those human qualities. Cause I feel it, bro. Like I feel it in myself where it's like, you know, there's people in the gym, you want to like spend time with them, you want to sit with them, but it's like, my mind's on this thing. I got to do that. I got to do this. I got to do that. So how do you deal with that? How do you manage that? How do you regulate that focus and that intensity throughout your day-to-day life?
I think that's what I was talking to you and Jackson about in the sauna is I call it quadrants, right? Like for so long, it was very structured that it was black sheep in the morning, contrast midday, black sheep in the evening, then contrast when I went home every day, 7 days a week for years. And I realized that I was kind of viewing it wrong, that if I can focus on one thing in 2-hour blocks, no distractions, no, and I have to leave the gym sometimes. I'll sit in my truck. I'm going to be that much more effective because if I have the gym, the new gym, contrast, 7-on-7, nonprofit, girls flag football, and a family man. Those are all the buckets I'm spending every day of my life. And a trainer. I'm also a trainer for my full-time job, right? So like spinning those 8 buckets every day, when I tried to give equal love to each one of them, they dropped. Versus what I do now is I spend a quadrant. I spend 2 hours on Monday on this, 2 hours on Tuesday on this, 2 hours Wednesday on this, 2 hours Thursday on this. Now most of my focus is on the next gym. So what I tried to do is break it down into quadrants, but on top of that is realizing, okay, what do I pay my employees for? Some of them and a lot of them are a lot better than me in certain areas that I am at my best. They're at their best, I'm at their best. I'm at my best, they're at their best. Their best is better than mine in some avenues. Well, you pay them for it. How much freedom and autonomy you're giving them? You have to give them autonomy to feel like it's a part of their business because they're the ones driving a lot of the revenue, right? When you're not there. So I had to figure out how to give them freedom and autonomy to what I pay them for, but to also add value to my business. So being open and honest with, okay, instead of asking everyone questions, hey, I'm thinking about this, this, and this, or some owners just implement it, figure it out. What I do is okay, I'm not going to ask you guys what I'm going to implement. I'm going to implement it. This is my idea. Like we're going to test. We're going to test all our athletes to get real data points. Like grip training in baseball, every day to see the readiness score. We're going to do a vertical test every day of all our athletes. All right. I want to do vertical tests, flying tens, GCT. I want to do force plates. I want to do all these things. Okay. This is what I want to do. Team, tell me how to implement it. Give me everyone's feedback. 13 people giving feedback, 17 if you include general contractors. A lot of these people are really freaking good at what they do. Okay, so now I just got 17 data points on top of my idea. Now I got the best possible outcome because the people that believe in me trust what I'm doing because I know how to drive revenue and build businesses and brands. Now give me the information on how to do it. And then you're a team. It's cohesive. I'm not moving separate from my team. They're moving right next to me, the same loop. And that's helped me restructure my life so much.
Yes.
So much.
Well, and I'm sure you learn that from it being unstructured,
from losing it,
or
from not having a hold on it, right?
Right.
Like not having a hold on each one of those quadrants, each one of those 8 buckets to fill water in. And when you feel it and you lose it, how do you get it back? And it's knocking out one of them at a time. You can't do all 8 that day.
Well, that's what impressed me.
I'm going to do one today.
Yes.
And then I'm going to move on. Once it's done and I implemented the process and the SOPs and the client's journey, next problem. Because I don't deal with solutions. I only deal with problems. I'm a firefighter. As an owner, I only put out fires. I don't hear the success stories of the gym. When I go out in public, yeah, cool, black sheep, contrast, sweet. They tell my trainers, my kid got this much faster, we love it, blah, blah, blah. When I'm in public, hey, man, your floor looks like shit.
Yes.
Okay, I got you. I'll go put 10 grand into the floor. But like that, you have to realize that as an owner, is you're a firefighter.
Yeah.
And if you can buy into putting out problems, it used to blindside me and I get rocked in the face. It's like, oh, another problem. When I wake up today, it goes, I will have problems today. How will I deal with it?
I like that.
Guaranteed to have problems today.
I need that.
But it's not a problem. I get to do what I'm best at. I'm a problem solver. I love bullets. I love when
I know when you said that, bro.
I love it.
When
It
you came
fires
in,
me up.
when Pat came into the gym, like for the first time, this is your first time seeing the gym too, and you were like just talking about everything going on, your new facility and all that. And like me and Jackson are obviously balancing everything with this place, and it's like you got all this other stuff, and you're just like, bro, I love when the bullets are flying. And I like it hit me, and I'm like,
God, I love it.
because you see us because like you're just
I'm
further
jealous, bro.
You're
I'm
further along
jealous.
than we are.
Nah.
And it's like what you just said, it's like I find myself having some of those victim moments where you feel the pressure and you're like, oh, another issue, another problem, another fire to put out. And it can carry on, like it can be a lot of weight that you carry. But it's like now to hear you in the gym say that, where it's like, bro, I love this shit.
I love the ability to do it.
Give me all the fire. I'm like,
I love it.
it's just, and it's a mindset shift.
Yeah.
And it's like
2-minute drill, man defense, 0 blitz, my guys versus your guys.
lock the fuck in.
No timeouts. Let's do it. I love it. I'm making a joke in the huddle, right?
Yes.
And like when things are good, I always say, chaos.
It's scary when things are good,
for
dude.
a lot of entrepreneurs feels like peace. Peaceful times feels like chaos.
You're right.
When I'm at peace, I create chaos. When I'm in chaos, I have to create peace.
That's such facts.
I love when I'm creating. It's my favorite thing in the world. And like,
because I've hit that point, dude. Where you're like, everything's going well.
Yeah.
You're smooth sailing.
Yeah, let's go to a nice dinner on
bro,
Friday.
I have that gut feeling where it's like, where's it coming? Where's it coming? And it's like, instead of having that mindset, it's like,
versus
let's
like,
go attack that
your
shit.
hands are on it.
Yeah.
Just let go.
Yeah, bro.
Let go. And like, you can say let go, let God, but it's like, I'm done fighting. Do you want to be a motorboat or a sailboat? I want to be a sailboat. I want to use the current. Wherever the wind is that day, maybe there's no wind that day. Maybe I don't move. Maybe I have to enjoy the view. But if I'm a motorboat, I can flip it and go against the current, but I need what? I need gasoline. I eventually run out of what? I run out of gas, but I never run out of God's energy. I never run out of faith. I never run out of true, destinational paths of like where my manifestation, where my journey's led me. But I'm not always in charge of my journey. I can tilt that damn boat. I can run a boat. I can have a crew on that boat, but I'm not using my energy. I'm using channeled energy, right? I'm a frequency. I'm channeling it, what it is from God, whether it's a book or the new gym or an idea to do this podcast with you. Like, yes, but that's me listening and using energy that's not mine. And I'm tuning into it instead of ripping the motor into V8 like our big ass trucks outside and going against the grain. I'm going with the grain for the
And we
first
do
time
that
in my
as
life.
guys, dude, especially us dudes. We fucking grip so tight.
But
dude.
then you look at the guys who are peaceful and you're jealous of it. What about the guys only in the philanthropy? He doesn't want the Benz. He doesn't want the vacation house. He's happy. You're like, God,
yeah, I know.
I'm gonna punch that guy in the face.
I know. I'm like, I wish I,
I'd
like that.
I wish I was like that. Same.
Yeah.
My sister's like that. My brother-in-law's like that. My dad's like that.
I know my mom.
My wife's
my
like
mother's
that.
like that. My mom
I'm
and dad like
not.
Yeah, I'm
And
not
that's
like that.
okay. So like, but I can take what they're good at
Yes.
and I can learn it and I can learn to be a sailboat instead of a motor. And it's the best feeling in the world. And you catch yourself like, oh, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm not steering this ship. I'm using energy. So that's a really important thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, and I needed that. Like that's something that I'm working on and like working through. And I think like you just got to see that even talking with Jackson and I, just seeing like where we're at with things and like where you're at.
You're
with
in the
things.
argument stage. Like it's so good. You guys should be arguing and bickering like newlyweds right now, dude. Like if you heard me and my partner Javon talk to each other, like you hate each other. It's like, no. We're so
well,
passionate.
what's funny, bro?
We're down to argue.
Well, dude, it's funny.
I'll be like, blah, blah, blah. He's like, no, you're wrong. I'm like, I'm wrong.
So
And
literally
we argue about it.
I told my wife this, how like, and it goes hand in hand with what we were talking about earlier, but like a pattern that I was picking up on. I think I even told you this in the DMs when I told you about your post, but it was like I could find my intensity. Like I talk to my wife that way. You know what I mean? Where it's like I'm not mad at you. I'm not like yelling at you. I'm just like I'm gassed up, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like talking about this thing I'm super passionate about. And like what I realized, I was telling her this too. I'm like, Jackson and I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Like we are just like boom, 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 and like kind of what you were saying. Like it almost like if somebody was listening to us, it would like probably sound like we're arguing,
100%.
but we're not.
No.
Like we're just going.
Yep.
And it's like that's that kind of calibration that I've had to make, where it's like, all right, when I'm talking to my wife, like I can't be like talking like that, and it needs to calibrate.
And when you
a little
realize
bit.
your wife doesn't care.
Yeah, that
was a huge thing for me and a breath of fresh air when I was like, man, she wants to see me happy, successful, and fulfilled.
Yeah.
Doesn't give a shit about the money. Can we pay our bills? Can we pay our mortgage?
That's it.
Can she be a stay-at-home mom and chase photography and the passion project she wants to? Yeah. She's happy. I'm the one that is uncontent and not happy when I bring that shit home.
Yes.
It's not her. It's not my house. So when you go home, that's why I have the easy button. That's a hack. I hit that easy button and I say out loud, my family does not give a shit what I did today. My son doesn't know what I do. He has no clue who I am. My wife doesn't.
He'll just remember how you showed up in that moment.
My wife doesn't care who I am. She was with me when I wasn't shit. So everything that we have on top of 0 is a plus.
Yes.
She doesn't care. And when I let go of that and I would go home and I'm like, all right, man, you don't care. How was your day? How can I help here? How can I be of service at home? Because when I'm at the gym, I'm a fixer. When I go home with that same energy, oh, well, I'm tired today. Well, did you get your sleep? Did you get your water? Did you drink your caffeine at this time? It's like, bro, she doesn't give a shit.
No.
Calm down. What do you need? How can I help? And a lot of times,
It's impressive, dude.
it's when I don't say shit. I'm just going to sit with you. I'm going to go ahead and take this. Even in which, hey, go on a run. Give me the kid. I don't want to go on a run. Leave. Go. That's being of service. And like a lot of days I'll wake up or on the way home from work or on the way to work, I'll say, how can I serve my gym today? I'll ask myself, and I won't know the answer, but I'll think about that subconsciously throughout the day and consciously. When I go home, it's the same thing. How can I serve my family? They don't need me to be a killer. They don't need me to be an alpha. I already did it. I did that shit during the day. I did it. They know that. I don't need to go home and pound on my chest. They don't care. So go home and be of service to your family the same way you are at work, but it's just different.
Just a little different.
Yeah.
That's it.
Calm it down. And there's days where I catch myself, especially with my boys. I got 2 boys, man. And like,
Yeah, that'll test you.
go home and, you know, why are you whining? Don't cry. All these things versus like, dude, your son just wants you to be with him.
Yes.
He wants you to play with him. He wants you to look at him in the eyes. And like that is a constant mind frame I'm reframing and resetting every day.
Dude, that's powerful because I think it is a daily thing. Like it has to be.
It's
Kind of like what you said.
hourly
I start my day hourly.
Like you got to reset, man, especially when you are in client facing businesses, you get thrown off by people's energy,
Bro,
right? Everything's
so
a frequency.
hard.
So if someone walks in, I'm not a trainer, I'm a therapist, bro. And you know that more than anything.
Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
me and my wife are having problems. It's
Yes.
like, oh shit. You know, I had a good morning. Now I'm in this. You know, now I'm thinking about my relationship. Did I leave the right way today? Did I kiss my wife before I left? All these things. And it's like, you have to have kind of a barrier of like, and there's even some days I'm like, hey man, I don't got energy for that today. Let's work. And then after they're done, like, I feel a lot better. Okay, cool. And I just am very guarded of the days that I know I don't feel right. And I just tell people, I'm like, hey man, I don't got that today.
Yeah.
Let's work. Let's work. Let's get through it. You know, we're gonna bleed a little bit in this weight room today. We're gonna suffer a little bit, and then afterwards, if you solve these problems, let's talk.
Yeah.
And every time they're like, I feel good. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Because throughout the set, you're talking about motivational stuff.
Yes.
I don't want to talk about the problem itself. Let's avoid that, and let's talk about
Solutions.
solutions, or just where you're at in your headspace, and maybe not directly why you feel that way, but what led you to that feeling. You know, and then let's navigate those pathways. Let's not go too deep. Let's go wide.
Yeah.
Let's not go deep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And dude, I think we said it earlier and we touched on it, but it's something that I really want to talk about because I'm just so passionate about it as a trainer, and everything that we're talking about revolves around this principle of attention to detail. And you said it even when you were noticing quality get diluted and things like that. But even from a training perspective, like anybody listening to it, if any of my clients are listening to this, anybody who I've worked with, anybody who knows anything about me, like I'm obsessed with the details, and I've seen it change everything about an exercise, or I've seen it change everything about the outcome of someone's results and progress, how their body feels in the moment, but also over time, like literally rebuilding my parents' bodies, dude. I'm like, dude, this shit is so powerful. But it's like, I don't know if I know you see this as a coach and trainer too, but like you just see so many people like, they don't take it as seriously. And it's because I don't think they've gone deep enough to even see the value it can provide for them. So I would just love to dig into that attention to detail a little bit. And maybe if you have any personal stories working with Sam, even working with, like we were literally just talking about like working with a high level elite athlete like Sam, and anybody who watched that episode, like he's so detail oriented. He wants to know the why behind the training. And like you and I geek out about that shit.
Yeah.
But maybe talk through any times throughout your professional journey where you've been working with someone, or it was an athlete where that attention to detail was like the thing that changed.
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing is like, you guys can cue the hamstring clips now, is like even doing the hamstrings today, like little details matter. When you're in a training business, results is the only thing that's going to guarantee you monetary value. And if you can't get results, you're in the wrong business.
Correct.
So if that is the only thing keeping me from providing for my family, I need to learn how to get results. And that is in the small intrinsic details to make a big difference for people, right? God, I have so many different, like I told you about Lando, how the details got me fired. I told you it's how my trainer, Ty Lake, who's my head of one-on-one now, when he was training me for bodybuilding, I kind of looked past the details, but I would pick up on it. And
Mm-hmm.
he was so passionate, and he was doing it for free. And it confused me, it kind of pissed me off. Why are you so passionate about this? I'm not that passionate. I'm way bigger than you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm 270 pounds at this time. I could bench 405 for 13 reps. You love my sessions way more than me.
Yeah.
What is going
Like,
on?
why do you love this? Yeah.
And
That's what people look at me like. Even some of these people who like just
Exactly.
work with me for the first time, it's like they're almost like intimidated by this passion. But I'm like, dude, it's because I know the importance of
I was
this.
jealous.
Yeah.
I was jealous of it because I was so gifted in the weight room and still am, and it made me jealous. So I was like, okay, I want to be like that.
Yeah.
So I need to know anatomy.
Mm-hmm.
Read The Human Machine, young trainers. The Human Machine is what changed my life on anatomy.
Biomechanics, baby.
So learning the function, right? Learning levers, learning the fulcrum.
Yeah, you talking through all the
Learning
levers,
loads,
dude. when we were
learning
doing-
strength curves, right?
Mhm.
Learning phases, learning eccentric versus isometric versus concentric. When are we doing power? When are we doing hypertrophy? When are we doing all these things? And it really, it came down to, I didn't know the answer. So I had to find it. So once I found it, in our industry, it's about a readiness score. Meaning, like, are you ready to train whatever client you have that comes in the door? I can train a 9-year-old, I can train a 90-year-old, I can train hip replacement, ACL, post-op, bodybuilding, speed, velocity, however you want to train, I got it. I can do it. So if you're not ready for whatever is thrown at you, you're not ready for the energy that God is sending you, right? So I'll go back to COVID 2020. In COVID of 2020, every gym shut down. I stayed open. I went to the Blue Ash Police Department. I basically told them what I was doing. They told me no. I still did it anyways. I love you guys. I know you're probably going to listen to this. You'll be in the new gym. There's cops in our gym now, but I blocked out the windows with tarps. I would pull my truck up into the gym and close the door, and there was no one in there. I'd meet up at Drew Sample's house. NFL guys would get in the truck. We'd drive to the gym, right? We got caught. But at that time, UC football shut down, UC basketball, the Bengals all shut down. Everyone was in town. No one wanted to travel. So I'm like, I'm here. I'll work. We put all our equipment in Drew Sample's garage. We got more NFL guys coming in town. It kind of grew. The second we go back in the gym, there were like 5 people. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going 25 people. They're going to have to tell me not.
Yeah.
A week after I got into the gym, the Bengals draft Joe Burrow. Right? My whole dream in life. And it'll make me almost emotional because it led me to Dak. It led me to...
Dude, yeah. Like, I just think about just
was-
the network of everybody in our circles.
Man,
like,
it was
what?
powerful. So like
crazy.
Sam texted me at night. He was like, hey, Joe just came in town. #1 draft pick, Heisman Trophy winner, national champ. He wants to train tomorrow. If I didn't pay attention to detail and learn how, I would have shit down my leg.
Yes.
I was ready,
You were ready as fuck.
prepared. If he wanted a regression, here's the regression. He wanted I had progressions for everything. Rep schemes, if you didn't like this is what we're doing. If you didn't like this and his scapular rotation isn't all the way up, I'm going to do this. I have an answer for everything. And after the session, just like Sam's first session, he goes, what time tomorrow? And oh my God, the next thing you know, Carl Lawson comes. And then DJ Reader comes. And then it just, boom, it blew up. Then Sam believed in me because like, damn, Joe likes you. I'm going to introduce you to the bosses, right? So like it just slowly started to come out. In the training world, you're only as good as your preparation.
Dude, I was just going to say preparation meeting opportunity to a fucking
It's the
T.
Nipsey Hussle. It's the Nipsey Hussle. It's in a song. When is your opportunity going to meet your preparation? You know what I mean? And like the opportunity finally met it and I was ready for it. And when that happened, it blew the ceiling off of my gym.
Yes.
I didn't even have adult clients. We have 400 adult clients now. I had 0. Maybe I could do adult training. I'm going to start a 6-week challenge. Boom. And that was when it was only me and the trainer. So my big thing, and then the last story I have is a guy named Tom. Joe's trainer got me to, or Joe, after training with me before the season, went to the season, had a good year. Next off season, he calls me and said, hey, I have this guy named Dak Notestein. Dak Notestein was OU's head strength coach.
That's right. Yeah.
Making X amount a year. God, you guys underpaid him, Bobcats.
Dude,
I can say
all
that.
strength
He would
and
never say
conditioning is
that.
getting
Pay them more.
Pay them more.
But
Please.
But Dak came in. He was like, hey, I have my trainer from when I was 14 years old.
Yep.
I'm not going to rob that. I'm not a guy
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like, Joe's my guy. Joe's
And
not
you
my,
appreciate
Joe's
it
not my guy.
because you understand.
Yeah, I
how
trained
much he'll
Joe
know.
for like 2 months. Joe's not my guy. Dak is Joe's guy.
Yeah.
Right? And he made the base at 14 years old. He made my job a lot easier because Joe's a
100%.
beast. So when I found that out, losing the ego, I go, I don't care if I train Joe, but I
Yeah.
want Joe in the gym.
Yes.
If you're going to be in Cincy, I want you here. It's the best gym in the city. So I called Dak, see what he was making. Hey, drive from Athens, come watch me train. And he thought I was the craziest human being he's ever met. He was like, holy shit, you're running around barefoot, you're going crazy, you're so passionate. And he was like, I was like, all right, you're going to make double here next year. And he looked at me again. Like I was batshit crazy.
You were
I'm
right, though.
6 years younger than him, right? I'm younger than him. He was like, I don't know who this kid is. And now, he's making triple what he made. So like for me, it was taking these guys and using the network and the opportunity to bring better people in that are better at stuff than me. Dak is one of the best trainers in the country. Period.
I know. I want to get around him, dude.
Period.
I want to like come spend it. I got to come spend a day with you guys.
Over. He's the head of my director of performance, and I learned from Dak. But me and Dak argue. This is what I'm doing. Dak, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Well, I don't believe in that. I would do it like this. Well, Pat, you do too much volume and variability. Well, I don't think I do because these are results I'm getting. Well, I believe in simplicity. Well, I believe in variation. So now we've blended this performance program of constant variation of West Side
two
Barbell
elite guys
and true standard replicable progressive overload of similar movements.
Yes.
And this combination has created this great program, but I never would have had that if I didn't have the ego. Fast forward to probably one of the best stories in the gym. So I have a guy named Tom. I won't say his last name. He's a very quiet guy, successful guy, sold companies, but came in the gym. His pitch to me and Javon was, I hate personal training. I've had a bad experience.
Dude,
I don't think you guys
terrible, by the way.
I don't think you guys are going to be any different.
Prove him wrong.
I want to try. Tom has lost.
So we're literally trying to do.
Tom has lost 150 pounds inside the gym. Tom was so adamant against personal training. Now he's our biggest success story because of Dak's willingness and readiness and preparedness and attention to detail to give him the results he wants. Now he's there 3 days a week. He's lost 150 pounds. He can run and jump and skip and hop and lift and chin ups. He couldn't walk down the gym floor. He's running down the gym floor now. He's doing sprints and back pedals.
That does not happen by accident.
No. So like you have to be ready for any opportunity that comes your place, and that's only going to come from attention to detail. So like when I have a chance to show myself, buddy, I'm pulling out every stop you can imagine to close that deal to show there is no other person that's going to give you the results like I am.
Yeah.
No one can train like me. And it's respect to you, Jackson, Dak. If you don't think you're the best person on the floor, when you take the floor, you're in the wrong industry. And guys like me and you are going to run you over. I actually think I'm the best.
Yeah, same.
And if you don't, you're not going to be the best. And if you don't think that, I think you should have a hard look in the mirror, learn what you need to learn, and then start to present yourself as the best.
Yes.
Because if you're the best in your respective craft in your city, I can get at a table like this with the best real estate agent, the best lawyer, the best chef, the best financial guy. I'm around people that are making $100 million a year. I run a little gym, but I'm the best at what I do. I can help you perform better as a man or a woman. I'm at the damn table. That's changed my entire life. It changed my entire trajectory of my life and my family's life.
Yes.
Because I happen to be good at training.
And attention to detail.
That's it.
Period. And dude, that's so real because I feel like so many people want those opportunities. And like we talk about that all the time where it's like, I want this or I want that. Like we say we want it, but then it's like, are you ready for it? Did you put in the work? Do you have the attention to detail to even earn that opportunity?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, I think I've seen that in my life so many times, man, even doing this, especially.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you have, where it's like, you're doing all this work, you're putting in all these reps, man. You were trying. And then like, there's no end in sight. And then bang.
Well, 3 years ago, if I would have done the gym, it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
I had to continue to lay and get better and fill my gym and get it to capacity and understand scheduling, understand the problems, understand.
To earn that next level.
Yeah, to understand what people like and don't like. What do
Yes.
people need? Listening to the clients, having your ear to the floor and really listening to what people say when they don't think you're there. You have cameras in the gym. Listen to what clients say when you're not there. You'll understand what needs to be done. You understand. And if you're willing to hear that, now I'm ready to go because I have unintentionally delayed. If it was up to me, I would have done it 10 years ago. But I'd have no money, I'd have no clients.
Right.
So what am I opening a new gym for? Right. So that was a big thing for me, is understanding, timing is everything. It really is. And if you can stay down and you can get gritty and you can have a facility that might not look like Exos, but you can provide results.
Dude, that's what I respect the most, because like anybody who has not seen Black Sheep, like it's not the sexiest thing in the world. It's not like you have like state-of-the-art equipment.
Nope.
No.
I have what you need.
You have exactly what you need.
Kaisers, you got squat racks, you got turf, you got dumbbells.
What's the variable difference?
Training.
Elite fucking training. And I'm going to say that with every emphatical bit of me, because that's where the value is, period.
It is.
You know what I mean? And it's like the results, the environment, the community, and what you provide, like That's what matters, dude.
It's all that matters.
And I think like what your business like speaks to that to a T, where it's like, dude, all the hype and like all the surface level stuff. And again, like I'm talking like, yeah, we got a dope ass spot. Like I'm not talking down on that by any means. I'm literally just painting the picture that it's like, that is an example that the hype and like the surface level stuff. And I talk about this a lot with social media and like what we see in the fitness space and all this BS, dude. It's like, there's so much like here at the surface and there's so much distraction at the surface, but like there's what really matters.
Too much at the surface, man.
Too much.
I even get on some of my coaches this is something I'm very big at. In this world, you're two things. You're a consumer or creator. That's it. There is nothing in between. Mm-hmm. You consume content or you create content. If you are a creator, you can consume content and use it and leverage it to create. If you are just consuming, then you're just taking information in and taking and taking and taking. It convolutes and disregards and devalues your morals and ethics on the training floor. Mm-hmm. What are your base movements? What is your go-to? I'm a movement guy and a strength guy. That's my thing. Yeah, I'm going to move all my clients. I'm going to lift all my clients, no matter what. No matter what. So if I know what I'm living to die on, I will argue with anyone about training on my style. Yeah. Anyone. About anything. And I'm fine with that. Sometimes people can think I'm wrong. That's fine. I'll give you the results of my guys and girls. What I care about is that if you consume content, you are justifiably arguing against it. Mm-hmm. If all these content creators are just pumping Instagram algorithm content and you're just consuming just dopamine, just doom scrolling, you feel like you haven't done shit today.
Correct.
No matter the clients you train, the impact you've made, you're judging it off a person who got 100,000 views but might only have 5 clients. Mm-hmm. They might just understand the algorithm better. So I would rather create content around what I love and just learn from the people that I respect. Mm-hmm. I can't just consume. I have to create on a daily basis, or I'm demeaning my own product that I've learned. And I think that young trainers like stop just consuming. Mm-hmm. Take what you learn from someone, go apply it, make it better.
Yes.
Make it yours. And if you don't do that and spend time on the floor, there's a reason I can just jump in without a warm-up. Mm-hmm. I spend all of my free time on my life on the floor. Mm-hmm. Training, working out, trying, failing, training, working out, trying, failing, again and again and again for the past 11 years to get the end result. I will not stop doing that. Mm-hmm. That's an ever-evolving process. And if you can do that as a young coach, you're going to be unstoppable.
Unstoppable, dude.
Unstoppable. Any client you come in, yeah, sure, let's go. Mm-hmm. I'm ready to go. Mm-hmm. I just got my hip replaced. Sweet, let's go. Yeah. ACL, sweet, let's go. Mm-hmm. Tore my hamstring, let's ride.
Cool.
I want to jump 40 inches. Okay, well, does your genetic potential show that? You could? All right, let's do it.
Dude, I love this, man.
But it's
reaffirming, like, because I have these thoughts and like I have this standard of like training too. And it's almost, bro, I literally even see it with us being new. Mm-hmm. Even like training some of these adults and stuff, like almost like kind of jokingly, like not like talking down on my passion, but almost just like kind of like why is he so passionate about that? But then they spend time with me.
Think about this, dude.
Then I start to like heal their body. Mm-hmm. They start to feel better. They start to see, hey, that regression I made for you is actually like solving that pain that you've been dealing with forever. Yep. And then like that tempo is actually like helping that tissue feel really freaking good. Mm-hmm. Like all of those things are feedback and evidence reaffirming the value. Yeah. And so it's like, just give me a second. I'll show you.
Don't worry about the sexy new shit you see.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like fashion's the cool thing now. Last year it was functional patterns. The year before that it was ISOs, right? Yeah. Like I'm an ISO guy because I spent time with Tommy John. His dad is the guy who had the surgery. His son, Dr. Tommy John, is one of the craziest guys you ever meet, but is beautifully brilliant. Mm-hmm. And I take what they do and I implement it. If it doesn't work or I don't understand it conceptually, I don't do it. Yeah. If I can explain it and see it through to the end result, I'm not going to train that way. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do it at all. And so I think it's really important as a young coach, like if you can't drive results with attention to detail, you're not going to do it. And how much value you're adding in each session. Like what will be different about my new gym is every piece of equipment will have a QR code with an in-depth understanding on how to use it. Yeah. Right? What's this machine for?
We did that. So I actually recorded I did a demo. He's got to get them up, but I literally have a video for every single machine in there. Perfect. Of me breaking down the mechanics, what you should feel.
It's exactly what we're doing. Yeah. On top of this, take this this from me. Mm-hmm. Every single new client that will join the Black Sheep 24/7 gym will get a free assessment and a personal training session. Smart. I will teach you how to use every single piece of equipment. We will take you through it. We will show you the equipment. We'll show you the bathrooms. We'll show you how everything works, how to check in. Not a front desk person, a trainer. Mm-hmm. Now we're going to get onto the equipment. Now I'm going to show you how to use it. I'm going to show you how to progress it, regress it. This is why you use it. This is how you use it. And you're just layering this like cake or pancake stack, whatever you're going to say, of value, to where you get to the top of the stack, you're like, oh, damn, it's 99 cents for this whole stack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Usually only pancakes are 99 cents for one. You gave me 15. Absolutely, I'll pay that. So how much value can you add with your knowledge to people that are willing to pay that premium? That's the name of the game. Like that's it. That's why people are paying for trainers. They're not paying to hang out with you. I promise.
Yeah.
We're not that cool.
Yeah.
They're paying for your results.
Yes.
So give them the damn results.
Yes.
Stop
Talking and hanging out.
Yes. Yeah. Just give them the damn results. Make it simple. Make it a really easy process to understand, and watch people buy into your progress. Like I can't wait for the next gym to show what I can do without having trainers on the floor.
Yes.
It's going to be extremely powerful. And I'm excited. Yeah.
No, dude, this is like literally amazing. And that's what I was going to tell you is I feel like being on the front facing side of this, dealing with customers and like clients coming and going and things like that, I really resonated with what you said about the guy at your gym who like had a terrible taste in his mouth from personal training.
Yeah.
And I think about like, dude, you know, we use all these different services like accounting and things like that. Like your barber, like I get it, bro. Like when I've been burned like a couple times from some type of service, I'm kind of just like, fuck, I don't really want to like screw with that
I'm not
anymore.
going back anymore.
But the thing that is hard for me is like in conversations and stuff like that, I almost feel like because this is such a diluted industry, and that's a big reason I got into it. I'm like, I'm going to do this the right way, kind of like you. And it's like, because this is such a diluted industry, and like when people listen to this, they're going to like obviously see the value in it based off of these stories.
Or they think
telling.
we're too much and we're crazy media.
Yeah, that too. They could
Either
think that
way,
too.
I'm fine with that.
Either way, I'm okay with it. But there's just like this massive dilution of value of what we're doing. So my question to you is going to be, and I think I know the answer, but it's like, how do we solve that? How do we help people get out of that and see the value? And obviously it's like, you know, showing what we're doing, you know, I think doing free sessions and things like that to bring people in, show you this is the freaking difference, dude. But like, how do we solve that, man? I'm like, because there's just it's so hard as a coach who is passionate, who sees the value, who understands the value and the benefit and the impact it can make on your body. But then it's like you're talking to people sometimes and it's like they can't even like wrap their heads around the value of like what we're talking about. You know what I mean? Because they haven't experienced it for themselves.
Yeah, I think it's a lot more simple in my head. I think people talk way too much in training. I can tell you what's wrong. Like if you tell me, oh, my lower back really hurts. Okay. Where? Does it hurt when you bring your foot out? Does it hurt more when you bring your foot in? Well, overhead reach. Does it hurt more when you drive your hand back or drive your hand down? Shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, back. Those are going to be your big problems, right? Maybe a little C-spine issues. Okay, we do some protraction, retraction, rotation through load. I'll make that feel better. What I'm going to do, like what I told the cameraman today, if there's an empty gym floor and you want to work out, I got the shit. I got the product. I'm ready to go. Stop talking to me about it. Let me show you. So I always tell people at the gym, like, you guys are complicating it. Let's just train. You can complain all you want about your previous experiences. You can talk about how you haven't had this or haven't had that. Shut up and let's train. Let me show you.
Let me show you.
I'm going to drive results. And after one session, if you don't feel that, all I do is I say, this isn't the right gym for you. People are like, oh, you know, I'm full of blood. You know, I got lactic acid. You know, my back feels a little better. And it's like, well, what if you did that for 6 months? It would go away. But I'm not going to try to like concoct this crazy formula to like, if you do this 10 times a day, like this new trend, like if you do 10 of these and 12 of these, your back pain will go away. No, it won't. What about the stress in your life? What about all these things? So I'm not going to talk to you much about that shit.
Yeah.
You want to train with me? It's really simple. Hey, I want to train. Okay. What time are you free? Okay. I'll see you at that time. I'm not going to give this big screening FMS process. I'm going to get on the damn floor and I'm going to deliver your results. Is your back tight today? Well, my back's stiff. I can't do anything. I'm going to let your back release before you leave. We're going to train right now immediately. So I took my gym's process from an assessment to session 1. Fuck your assessment.
Because when you're good, you really don't need one.
Do I understand? Does it matter? Return to sport, injury, force plates, you know, variables between left and right leg, asymmetries, it matters.
Yeah.
But if we're talking gen pop,
oh yeah,
average client,
just get in here.
You don't have a lot of inhibitions. You're not coming off a surgery. Get on the damn floor and let's train, right? There's such a difference between that because 90% of your clients are going to be ready to go. They think they're hurt, they're not. You have the 10% that are really struggling. It's like, okay, hold on. We do need a full assessment. But I'm going to take you and if you have a problem, I'm going to assess you for 20 minutes. You don't need longer than that. then I'm going to train you for 40 minutes. I'm not going to do an hour assessment. What is that proving to me?
Nothing,
Then the
dude.
next time I'm going to go, okay, it's free, but the next time you got to pay me
Because guess where you get
150.
your assessment? Watching them just move.
100%. That's why I said, you're like, oh, how's my squat? I'm like, squat.
Yep.
Show me.
I know.
Let me see it. I'm not, you can
And I
squat.
didn't even get to say that. I was going to say that back when I was like introing that one question, but like about the attention to detail, but it like blew my mind. The things that you were, and you saw it in there where like you were picking out, like we're having this conversation. I have like insane attention to detail, but you were like layering even more on top of like what I had. And that's where I was like, holy shit. Like, cause me and you haven't really got to work out together even in all this time knowing each other.
Agreed.
And I'm like, bro, it's just so cool. Cause it's like, oh my God, this dude is like, he's like me, but on another level. And it's like, it's inspiring. And I told you that in there. It's like, that's why I told you, I'm like, what you do, how you do it, it impresses me more than I think you realize. And it's really cool for me as someone who does feel like an oddball sometimes to be like, oh, this dude's got that energy more.
That's how every grade I've been around, I've had the fortunate, I've been very fortunate to have been around like incredible trainers.
Yeah.
Mike Barwis, right? Lauren Lando, Mark Megna, these people that are influential, like have incredible, robust clients. It's not as complicated as you make it. Those people are all like me and you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still chasing them and enjoying the view along the way.
Yeah.
But like everyone that's great, it's like every great football player, minus a few. Let's be honest. There's some freaks out there.
Yeah.
They have similar characteristics and traits. Same thing in good trainers. Same thing as good financial investors. Same thing as good lawyers, doctors, surgeons. The best do the same things. It's the bullshit that convolutes and confuses 75% of the population because they think that's good.
Mm-hmm.
The other 25% of the population are doing the same shit everyone else is doing. They just focus on their little demographic they have in the region of the country they're in, and they kill it. It's not that hard, but you have to be willing to go so. We're talking a minivan walk. I will give you so many cues on a minivan walk. You're like, holy shit, I feel this. Yeah, you better. But this is my 7,000 minivan walk in the past 2 years. Let's do the damn thing.
Yes.
So I'm realizing my best sales funnel is the free camps, but to close the sales funnel is legitimacy of the training. If I can do that, I'm never going to run out of clients because all they're going to say is the rule of 5. When I leave here, I'll call 5 people and say how good the gym was, right? Relentless Collective, you, Jackson, the podcast, this room, I'll talk about it because it's cool. When you leave a gym, you're not going to post about it on social media. You're going to tell the 5 most influential people in your life about how amazing it was. Those 5 turn to 15. Those 15 turn to 30, 30 to 60, 60 to 120.
And if they're not, we're doing something wrong.
Yeah, 120 to 240. It's compounding interest based off of you sticking to your protocols and guns. Don't change because you saw something on Instagram. What got you that client? What got you 10? What got you 20? What got you 30? Stick to your damn recipe. Stop changing it. If a good steak is a good steak, don't muddy it up. Give me the same steak. I'm good. Same pizza. I'm good. So why is training different? You eat the same meal, the same barber, the same massage therapist, the same restaurant, the same video game, whatever your thing is. I belong to a golf course, the same golf course. I love it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, same 18 holes.
Yeah.
Whether you play it front to back or back to front, it's the same greens, same pin locations every day. Tuesdays here, Wednesdays here, Sundays here. I love it. Training should be the same thing. We should not confuse it with constant variation and variability, and that's where Dak helped me out.
Yes.
I love conjugate, but conjugate for me also has a lot of weak points. Those guys are only the strongest in the year or the strongest in the world for 4 years.
Exactly.
Then what? Exactly. So, okay, that makes sense, Dak. What if I can have constant
It's funny
variation
because that's like how
with progressive overload?
Yes.
Now we're fucking getting nasty.
That's what I do.
That's why
that's like my whole.
That's why you
heard
heard in the
build
gym.
Programs.
Let's add a little extra spice. Let's make it sexy. Like that's when it's the tempo. It's you don't need all these supersets and shit. You can have
how you're doing
2
the
movements
exercise.
of 5 sets each, and your day's cooked. Chin ups or lat pull downs, hack squat, buddy. You're fried the next day.
Yes.
So
and that depth,
I want to hit bicep curls.
Go deeper.
Fucking do chin ups.
Yeah.
I want to do triceps. Do dips.
Yes.
I want bigger shoulders. Do dips.
Yes.
I want bigger rear delts. Don't isolate. Sure, we can talk about that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Do carries.
Yes.
But like it's not that complicated. They have a thing called Gemini and ChatGPT now. You guys could do the same shit I do. They're going to simplify it for you, but it's like, oh, I got to do more. Why?
Right.
When I can train 2 days a week and be strong as piss.
Yeah, we were talking about that, dude. It's like
I don't
get
train
more
5
with
days a
less.
week. I don't train 5 days a week, dude. I train 2 to 4 days a week. One of those days is movement only. I'm sprinting, I'm marching, I'm doing GPP. The other days I'm doing strength-based work. The other day I'm doing unilateral work and velocity.
Yes.
So I have a bilateral day, I have a unilateral and velocity day, I have a movement day.
Yep.
And then if I have extra time at home, you see my gym at home, my basement, I'll do chin-ups on rings, I'll do dips, I'll do side planks, I'll do lunges, I'll do pogos. Done. I do the same movements.
Yeah.
Same movement. I'm like a dog. I eat the same food. I do the same movements, and I love the tennis ball. I love the same thing.
That's how I am,
and I'm
dude.
okay with it.
And I almost did like my own kind of like, because I do that for, I think it's great for clients to have almost like the progressive overload, constant variation, kind of like
And I've been
married.
doing with my clients. I think you'll like this. I have a work capacity day and a bodybuilding day.
Oh, nice.
GPP, bodybuilding.
There you go.
But I phase it. So we'll go 4 weeks of that, then I'll flip back. But it's been so fun to just do work capacity.
Yes.
We got carries for 3 minutes straight.
See, and that's something
It's
you
so
said that. I'm like,
fun, dude.
I'm adding those back
It's
in more.
so
Those
fun.
carries.
So work it kills you. Work
Yeah, it
capacity.
does.
We got backward sled walks for 3 minutes straight.
Had those in
We
my
have
group?
walking lunge for 1 minute straight. We have farmer carry step ups for 45 seconds straight. Then we're going frontal plane 45 seconds straight. Just robust capacity. We have inverted rows for 25 seconds. I don't care about the reps you got. Give as many as you can.
Yep.
Then the next day we'll isolate and slow it down. But it's just fun to
It's
throw
literally exactly how I do shit.
challenges at people to consistently create variation. And the
sick.
body never adapts. It's just a stimulus. You're just controlling the volume and intensity.
That's it.
Yeah.
And dude, it's all about how you're doing it. Like, I love that you said that because I've talked about that on this podcast where it's like, you could take one exercise, bro. Like, look at our squats. We didn't have any weight on there.
Yeah.
None. And you were like cueing those details, tempoing it out, going slow. And like, bro, when you manipulate how you're doing it changes everything.
It's such a good movement.
And I want to like, that's like one of my biggest things I want to get across to people is like, it's all about how you're doing the exercise, bro.
But even when people like look at us, like I think people in personal training and bodybuilding specifically don't realize that you're a walking billboard. If you're out of shape and a trainer, I got really big problems with you.
Yeah,
I do. I really do. It's like being an overweight doctor.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy. You can't do that to people. You're selling snake venom.
It's crazy.
So
It doesn't even make sense in my head.
I wear a lot of hoodies. I wear a lot of long sleeves. I'm covered in tattoos. Like I cover up very well. But when I take my shirt off, the people are like, damn, you're dense.
Yeah.
I've been doing the same movements since 7th grade.
Yeah.
It's not like I want to be this gargantuan human, but when I take my shirt off or have a cutoff, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That dude works out really hard. It's the same people as all my people at the gym. They take their pump cover off, they got a tank top. It's like, damn, I did not know that was under there.
Yeah.
If you're a personal trainer, you better be training yourself as hard because when you have a chance to showcase, like when I go to the pool at my golf course, take my shirt off, they're like, only guy at the course with stomach tattoos and chest tattoos.
Yeah.
But I have,
for sure.
I'm built. What do you do?
Yeah.
How the hell are you at this course? 1.
Yeah.
Number 2, you don't work here.
Yeah.
Because you're not handing out towels or beers. I look like I work there.
Right.
What do? I'm a personal trainer. I want to work out with you. But if it's, you make it that simple, and if you can realize if you want my body or yours or a guy named Kate at my gym or Dak or Ty or whoever the person is, that person earned that.
Yes.
That comes through not constant variation, but consistency year over year over year over year. You get a new client comes in, it's like, how long have you been doing this? I was 12.
Yeah.
I'm
I literally
32.
started doing this when I was in grade
I've
school.
been lifting weights. I've been banging weights for 20 years.
That's why I love when you said that in the beginning. I didn't even know, dude, that, like there's so many similarities, but when you were saying that about like lifting in, it was like 6th grade, 7th grade.
Yeah, I didn't even know what I was doing. My dad's
same.
like, here's a dip. And I was crying. I want to watch SpongeBob. My dad's like, you don't understand what I'm doing to you right now. Every year we used to run down to a football field a mile down, run 15 hills, do down ups on every line and run back. Bad training.
Yeah.
Killing the stimulus.
Right.
But
still doing it.
Ingrained the sense of like, I have to go out and do. And I was more focused on football lifting than football itself.
Yes.
So when I was done with football, I'm like, I love this shit.
Yes.
Now I want to learn how. And then it got really fun. So like,
Yes.
don't overcomplicate the journey. If you love lifting, you can monetize it.
Yeah.
If you love weights and movement and speed and like, I'm obsessed with the ground up. It's a weird thing I have. Like, I don't like feet. That's not what I'm trying to say. But I love fixing problems from the ground up because the only thing your foot is the only thing that comes in contact with the ground, right? All 5 toes. So sorry if you have 4 toes or 3 or whatever, or an amputee. But my thing is like, even watching your squat, watching you internally rotate, get to the ball of your foot.
Yes.
You love internal rotation. You're an athlete. You want to go forward. So if I can cue someone out of that and get to understand their foot position, they're going to be able to drive more force into the ground, which makes sense to get stronger, which makes sense to get faster. More force applied down and back makes you go forward further. It's that simple. So if I can just look at those patterns and reverse engineer it from movement, I can lift weights. When I used to go, okay, I lift weights to move better. Now it's like, no. I need to see you move too. And then I'm going to apply it to lifting because it's how you move is how you lift in the weight room.
Yes.
It's just a static version of movement.
Mm-hmm.
And if you see it like that, it's so simple.
It's so simple.
It
bro.
is. And some people are like, how did you get to that point? It's like, it's not as hard as you're trying to make it.
Yeah.
It's easy for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy for the trainers at the gym. And, like Dak has more of like a data-driven eye.
Yes.
I'm a coach.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying Dak's a great coach.
It's like Jackson and I.
But I can see differently than I can. I don't need a movement software with the lobes on each joint.
You just want to, I just, that's how I am. I want to
Yeah.
see someone move.
I need to see you move sagittally.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see you move from the frontal plane. I need to see you lift from sagittally. I need to see you lift from the frontal plane. I can tell everything I need to know from watching you march, jog, shuffle, graze, box jump, depth drop, and then into like belt squat marches. And then I can see it translate to the weight room. Like this is where the deficiencies are. And all I'm doing is reverse engineering for your deficiencies to be your strong points.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's that complicated.
Yeah.
For me,
Mm-hmm.
like I had this crazy thought last night in bed. This is a clean thought, not a dirty thought. But it's like I'm in joint restoration and basically movement capacity with my NFL clients again.
Yeah.
I have 6 movements a day, 2 sets. It's low. I can go to 3 sets next week, 4 sets next week, then phase out. But I had this thing. It's like, okay, I have hips day 1. I have shoulders day 2, and then I have low back day 3. Why am I doing 3 movements when I could do just lying abduction, adduction, and hinge?
Mm-hmm.
Why can't I just do internal, external? Instead of going 2 reps of 15, why don't I just go 1 set of 3 minutes? And like this just like hit me. And I'm like, I'm overcomplicating 11 years in.
Mm-hmm.
I can't fucking wait for Monday.
Right.
These guys are going to get crushed.
Yeah.
But it's simple. And it's
So
like,
simple,
it's
yeah.
just like those thoughts of like back to self-auditing of like, okay, what am I doing with these clients? How am I doing it? What am I doing wrong? And then it hits you and it's like, it's always a simple answer.
Mm-hmm.
It's always the simplest answer. And I'm so excited to go back and program that. Like,
yes.
so excited. It's going to be so simple. They're going to be like, well, are we doing 2 movements? Yeah, but you are
Mm-hmm.
going to be, you're doing side plank abduction and Copenhagen planks.
There it is.
And then we have 3 minutes of hip car straight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's our hip. We have
Yeah.
flexion, extension, internal, external, and an ISO. Done.
And dude, I feel like even those guys, like they can handle it, because that's the other thing you'll see too is like some people be like, wait, that's it?
Yeah.
But then it's like,
I'll kill you when you
Trust
say
me.
that's it. When people
Trust
say
me.
that's it, I get so excited.
So fired
We got
up.
push-ups.
Right.
Oh, yeah, we got push-ups.
I know. Yeah.
Okay, you're going to cramp. You're going to hit your face on the ground because you're not going to be able to push.
Mhm.
But like, I love when people say that's it.
I know, dude.
We only
me
got
too.
4 sets today. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to walk after the 4 sets. You know what I mean?
Yes.
No,
Dude,
yeah.
unbelievable. Bro, I mean, dude, I feel like we're gonna have to have a part 2. We're probably gonna have to have a part 3 and just keep this rolling because
down.
I feel like I could just go on for days with you, dog. Honestly.
Is there any more questions you want to ask?
Dude, I feel pretty good about this. Yeah, I really do. I really wanted to cover, a lot of the ins and outs of the, just like your trajectory and just really dig into the mindset, man. Like that's really what we did here is like, we went right in and it was just like a lot of like intangible themes that transcend training, life, business, everything. And you can probably tell, even if you've watched any of these other previous podcasts, it's like, that's kind of the theme of this.
No doubt.
Is like, we all have these kind of different specialties. Sam, in his own lanes doing his thing, like other people I've had on here doing their own thing. And like, we're all slightly doing different things, even if it's not training related, but it's like these themes, like you said earlier. And that's what's funny about it is like, you even identified that where you're like, dude, these themes, the attention to detail, being able to have self-awareness, to reflect, not play the victim, take accountability. Like those are the things that transcend with all of us.
Yep.
And that's kind of the themes that I really want to reinforce with
Also,
this podcast.
also taking it slow, like
Yes.
realizing how long I've been doing what
Yes,
I've been doing.
Take your time.
11 years. I'm on.
Not
this-
take your time, but like,
Yeah, I
don't like rush it. And don't have that friction.
It's a sense of urgency, but it's having people be able to be a governor for you. Like you
Yeah.
need someone to be an e-brake.
Yes.
And I'm all throttle,
Mhm.
right? Like
Yeah.
when I got in my Raptor, when I got it, I put the pedal to the floor.
Yeah.
I want to see how fast
That's
it
how
goes.
I did with the Rebel.
Hell yeah. So like for me, I'm going to throttle everything. I need people, governors in my life. And
Yes.
we're on our BSP 7.0. It's my
Mhm.
7th reiteration of Black Sheep.
Mhm.
It's taken me 11 years, right? It's taken me 11 years to get from the side of my parents' house to now it'll be a 24,000 square foot gym. And I just want to take the opportunity to tell everyone, I hope this camera's looking at me, I'm going to make the best 24/7 check-in gym in the city of Cincinnati.
Boom.
It's going to be 6,000 square feet, the best equipment, all black turf, all black equipment, logoed, branded, the best bodybuilding equipment you've ever seen in your life. Next door to that is going to be a 7,000 square foot turf check-in gym with a mezzanine for parents and the trainers. When I tell you we're adding 14,000 square feet to Black Sheep, so it's going to be 25,000 square feet. It is going to be the best gym in the city of Cincinnati, and I can promise you guys that I will keep that promise of focusing on results, on quality, and on adding value to each one of you clients. It is coming soon, so fucking get ready.
Let's go. Heard it here first.
Yeah.
I love it, bro. No, it's exciting. It's really exciting, man.
I'm excited, man. It's been a long road, but I appreciate everyone who's helped me along the way. I appreciate you guys for, it's very, very humbling because when you're around yourself all day and your peers, you don't realize how some people view you. So it's refreshing. I don't leave Cincinnati a lot unless it's to golf or go on vacation with my family. So it's refreshing to come up here. I think you guys have something incredible. And Jackson, if you watch this, buddy, just stay in that damn building. Don't leave. It's incredible. You guys did a great job.
Thank you, bro.
No doubt.
And we appreciate you, dude. You've guided us this whole time and in a lot of ways, and guided me, even when like I there's nothing I could even provide for you, or like it's not like I was like providing a ton of value to you, and that just speaks volumes to your personality, dog, to be able to like just like based off of like my connection with Sam and like with Joe and these guys, and like for you to just like unselfishly kind of be like, hey, I'm gonna help you out too, or like, hey, I'm gonna keep guiding you, I'm gonna push me, when we barely even knew each other, and then it's like now we have this really cool relationship, and like I almost feel like this is just the beginning.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I'm like, dude, even like getting to know you.
Jackson, I'm sorry if he moves to Cincinnati, bro.
but bro, for real, it's like, I told you this like a bunch of times today. It's like I need this.
Yeah.
Because like, bro,
Me
like
too.
This is what I need to surround myself with, other people and other dudes that like have this work ethic, that have this mindset. Because like, I mean, that's the basis of this, dude. Like that's like any of my guys in this group, like we'd have this similar conversation. And I think like that's really what I'm trying to create, is that community of individuals like us, and then bring others along. Like say, hey, dude, come along with us, man.
The last tip I'll give is, we call it a Black Sheep, we call it the shameless plug, right? And it's the Black Sheep mentality. So I have more people that have made millions in businesses from meeting at my gym, and relationships and marriages and like things that have happened without me kind of sticking my hand out, right? And I don't want that. So if someone needs a connection for business, I give them that connection shamelessly. And I'm never going to ask for anything in return. And I think it's really, really important that like all it was for me is realizing how close you were to Sam. And for me, if that's the homie, like Sam, I was, Sam and Jess's officiant at their wedding, right? Sam's turned into a best friend of mine, man. And like, we built that through grit and struggle, and he's seen me grow through this entire process. He wrote a letter on his jersey he gave to me to be his officiant from Boys to Men, like we literally grew up together. So it's really important if you have a community, like you can't hold the chips.
Yes.
As an owner, I know you want to so bad, and like everyone does. And it's, you did reap it. You're getting your ass kicked as an owner. Yeah, it's easier to make another 100K or 50K or 25K or whatever it is. But what is your community getting from that? If you realize you stick your hand in every time someone has an opportunity, is if someone brings something into you, I'm always going to shamelessly just do it. Well, this person needs advice. Give me the number. Let me call them, or have them call me. And I think it's really important, if you have a community, that's the basis of the community, is to leverage that relationship for someone else to be successful without you being there. You were just a catalyst. And if you can do that, you'll have the best gym in the fucking country. And we're going to be competing against each other, the best gym in the state.
I needed that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
I almost wore my hoodie up. Jackson doesn't know me well enough. Sam told me to governor myself today.
No, dude, you're good.
But I almost wore my hoodie that says the best in the state.
Yeah.
It says Ohio's best with the ram head in Cincinnati. Like, I hope Relentless believes that. I believe that about Black Sheep and my team and my community and my clients. I think we're the best gym in the state. I think we're going to be the best gym in the country. And every gym and creator and entrepreneur needs a rabbit to chase. And if it's mutual respect. Ohio State fucking hates Michigan, right?
Yeah.
There's respect, though.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
There
or
is.
you wouldn't hate him.
Yep.
People you hate, there's respect for. People that you dislike and disconcern with, you have no respect for them, so you don't pay them mind. Michigan holds weight in Ohio State's head. Why? Respect. So when you have mutual respect for someone else, I need a rabbit to chase. I tell every trainer that wants to leave my gym and do their own thing, good luck.
Yep.
Now you're my rabbit. I opened up next to 2 gyms intentionally, both times. There's a gym there, I'm opening up next door. I'm taking all your clients. And when my gym was open next door, we're expanding into, when gym owners would come in and try to open up next to me, CrossFit, soccer, good luck. I'm going to stand outside with a sign every day that said the better gym's over here with an arrow to my gym. I'm willing. Like
Yes.
I'm ready and willing, but don't discern me and Zach and Jackson's like tenacity towards each other, because it's mutual respect.
That's it.
I want to be the best, and I hope you do too. So let's compete together. Like Ohio State, Indiana.
Best believe it was like that when I was
Miami.
at Ohio State.
You know what I'm
dude.
saying? Like,
yeah.
you don't think Indiana had mutual respect for Miami and vice versa, but they hate each other. It's not a bad hate. It's a hate that men need to drive success forward, where it's mutual respect.
Yeah.
Like, I like you guys, you like me, but I want to win.
Yeah.
I want a guy coming into the state of Ohio who's like, I want to go to the best gym in the state. I want him to come to Cincinnati, not Columbus, but it's still respect if they came here.
Yes.
I love the Coop works out here. I love watching him on Sundays. Like, damn, Jackson's got a guy.
Yeah.
He's a stud. You don't think I don't want him in my gym?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I do. But I'm going to respect that he's up here. I'm never going to go after clients that people I respect, but I'm trying to compete against you guys.
Man, that happened to me in this industry.
Oh, it's happened to me. It's happened with
you probably had
employees.
some, you probably had some crazy
stories.
We haven't even dove into
I got
that.
stories, bro. Personal training stories are nasty.
Oh
but
my God, bro.
at the end
It's
of
a
the day,
wild west out here.
It is. And like in the state of Ohio, there's a non-compete clause anymore. It doesn't exist. So you can do whatever you want.
Have you ever had somebody come up to one of your clients in the middle of a session?
I
Bro, I about lost my mind.
had a respected trainer leave who I love and is like a little brother and is a client of mine who left the gym and started his own gym and pulled about 4 guys away from me that went to Michigan. The guys that I trained from, they were kids because he devalued my product and said that they don't only do football anymore. I only do football. The kids didn't know. The parents didn't know. They left.
Oh my God.
It really,
Dude,
it broke my heart. But at the end of the day, the game is the game. I don't have to play it.
No.
You can do what you want.
Yeah, you do you.
That's fine.
I'm going to play this game.
But it gave me fire and gasoline to make sure that I add so much value those clients will never leave.
Yeah.
And that was a mistake I had to learn. You know, maybe I do need a football only session. Maybe I do need to give them 4 sets instead of 3. Maybe I do need to track more of their data. Instead of getting pissed, it was like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
It was me. If I was so good, they wouldn't have left, but they did. So did I agree with his context and how he did it? No, I don't. We've had a conversation, but I had to self-reflect.
Yeah.
I was the problem. Again, it was me.
Yeah.
You know, so if I'm so good, you ain't leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And luckily those clients are still with me. There's somebody that poached.
Oh, I lost 3 guys that I will never, ever forget about. And they are all Division
that
I guys.
hurts. Especially people that you've been with from the jump.
I'm talking 14 years old through high school going Power 5, big dog schools. They left 3 months before they went to college.
Oh my
it
God.
fucking.
And the sad thing is,
I've had people,
yeah.
SEC players, they're going to another gym. I'm not gonna put gyms down.
Yeah.
We're the best in Cincinnati. We're the best in Kentucky. There's people that went to other gyms, and for me, it was closer to my house. Okay, if it was that good, you would drive 35 minutes. So again, what am I doing wrong that you're doing right? I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna be unbiased about it, and I go, oh, okay, well maybe they do that a little better than me, or maybe they just have more flash and whistles. That's fine. I'm going to get there one day, and those clients realize who built the base though.
That's right.
I got you the scholarship offer. You went back there once you were already in college. So teach the room.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
No, bro, this is incredible. Thank you, Pat. Appreciate it, man.